Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, we've called you to address you on a very important matter of public interest, on matters relating to the transition following the 2020 presidential and parliamentary election and its outcome. And the matter in issue is the Presidential Transition Act of 2012, Act 865. As many of you are aware, after an election, some responsibilities and duties are placed on the incoming president, or call him the president-elect, that are germane for the general governance of this country. You recall that pursuant to Section 1 of the Presidential Transition Act 2012, Act 865, Act 845, so let me take it again, Presidential Transition Act 2012, Act 845, matters relating to it and whether or not the president is complying with the provisions of the Presidential Transition Act, Act 845, or is in breach of it, and to remind the president of the provisions of Article 58 of the Constitution, where he has a mandate to enforce the laws of Ghana, which further means that he has a responsibility to respect the laws of Ghana. He appointed what you people refer to as, he constituted a transition team. It is, however, not enough simply to constitute a transition team. The team has specific responsibilities to undertake. Ladies and gentlemen, Section 6 of the Presidential Transition Act, Act 845, requires that the government prepares handing over notes 30 days to the presidential elections. Whether this has been complied with, I am in doubt. Whether all ministries, departments and agencies and all other public institutions of state have prepared handing over notes as is required under the Presidential Transition Act, Act 845. Section 7 of Act 845 requires the Administrator General. Does any of you know who has been appointed the Administrator General? I leave it to you. He shall make available to the person elected as president, even though we are in court questioning the legitimacy, there was a declared president-elect, the original copies of the handing over notes of 5 other copies. He shall retain one and make one copy available to Parliament. As we speak today, Parliament has no such record, official and formal, in its possession of any handing over notes from any ministry, department or agency as required under Section 7 of Act 845. That is in breach, and that is not responsible enough for a government that must be accountable to the people of Ghana and to the Parliament of Ghana. So we are demanding respect to the letter and spirit of Act 845, that all handing over notes of ministries, departments and agencies are made available to Parliament. That, I believe, will be helping our work as an institution that exercises oversight, and particularly for the Appointments Committee of Parliament, which is about being set up, so that this year vetting and scrutiny of ministers will not all be about curriculum vitae or CVs. we can go into record of persons who have exercised the authority as ministers or heads of institutions or supervised heads of institutions. So the essence of this briefing is to draw your attention that the president is in breach of that provisions of the Presidential Transition Act.